What's up, guys? It's your boy MadPack420 here, coming at you with a new one. And today, we're going to talk about Dr. Fauci being the fraud I've been calling him for the past, year. But look, it's finally, the shit's finally hit the fan here with this one here. And I've been having a field day the past couple days as more and more information's come out, and I finally decided to do a video on it. Just because I've actually had a chance to read some of the emails, find some sources that that are ridiculous, like this headline here from BuzzFeed. So I wanted to get a few little things to put in the description here, just because they kind of you put them all together and you get the narrative here. So let's start out here. Dr. Fauci has been a fraud the entire time. His entire time, I don't know, what is it, 30 years that he's been the consultant, or whatever the fuck his title is, whatever the fuck he is. I don't even really know what this motherfucker actually does other than go on TV and virtue signal all day and act like he's important. But these emails prove that he is anything but corrupt. Back during the Obama administration, he helped fund that Wuhan lab that the virus escaped out of. And of course, I was called crazy last year for even suggesting that, right? Of course, you'd get blocked off of Twitter, you'd get copyright strike, you'd get shadow banned, you'd get all kinds of crazy things if you're a big content creator for talking about that. But of course, the emails, Dr. Fauci was really concerned and came to his own conclusion that the lab that he and Obama helped build and fund, the virus came from that lab. Oh, yeah, no, it was the fish market. I swear it was the fish market across the street. No, it was bats. Someone ate a bat. Yes, it was bats. They love bats over there. True, they do like bats over there, but that's not where the virus came from. It escaped from the lab, of course, and Dr. Fauci's emails prove that. But look, I really want to talk about this, number one, this ridiculous framing by BuzzFeed and other legacy media. You know, Anthony Fauci's emails reveal the pressure that fell on one man. This is all just nonsense trying to redirect here. The important parts, listen, I am glad that BuzzFeed actually did this. The important parts they show is how he was actually in touch with Mark Zuckerberg and with Twitter. They show these emails where he was actually trying to get in with social media to try and social engineer people, which is fantastic that BuzzFeed would actually publish that, you know. Ignore this bullshit, but I'll put the link and you can actually read the emails, how he was actually talking with Mark Zuckerberg and talking with, let's see, this Morgan person here from Twitter, and how they go on and how they say they wanted to get authoritative sources and approved sources from, what they deem approved, in order to, give people information about the virus, they do that shit in China. They get sources they deem worthy and sources that the government, they'll use those sources and, use that to brainwash the people. And that's essentially what was going on here, because, like, these emails, there are thousands of them, and I've only read, I haven't even gotten through all of them. I've gotten through quite a few of them. At least they're publishing certain things you can actually read for yourself, and I find that kind of scary that he was in touch with social media execs like that. So, now let's go to some legacy media that's actually trying to tell the truth, even though it's partisan. That's the problem. All news is partisan, so you got to read all kind of sources. But this one, of course, from the New York Post, GOP lawmakers lashed out at White House Chief Medical Advisor Anthony Fauci Wednesday after bevy emails from early days of the coronavirus pandemic were made public. Many Republicans focused on the ire on the fact that Fauci received emails early in 2020 warning that a virus had been engineered or had been otherwise emerged from a lab in Wuhan. Exactly. So, yeah. So, like I said this earlier, during the Obama administration, there was a effort to try and make China more nationalized, more like really more westernized, but nationalized, but westernized, right? They wanted China to kind of mimic what the United States, the UK, what these other globalists are trying to do, right? Well, China, it kind of worked, except it became something that these globalists couldn't control, and turned into something that they kind of admire and actually want to mimic. Uh, but what China did is they took the worst parts of communism, the worst parts of capitalism, rolled it up into one crazy burrito, and that's what they're going on here. So the Obama administration wanted to come in, make it more westernized. They offered all kinds of stuff. We had the Olympics over there. They had the NBA, a lot of sports pander to China. It's still going on today. But that was when it started during the Obama administration. Oh, China's not that bad. They're changing. They're getting better about their human rights. So yes, China loosened up on a lot of things. All right, they did. They loosened up on a lot of things, but at the same time cracked down on other things. Right. So they cracked down on the censorship, which was already as crazy it was. Like, well, okay, you can have your game consoles, but you can't play any games unless we say the game is fit. Oh, you can have your cell phones, but we're gonna put these microchips in here to monitor all the people and to see what's going on and see what you're actually looking at. Oh, you can have the internet, you can have computers. We're just gonna put our spying devices and everything and check and spy on all the people. Patriot Act, ring a bell. So what the Obama administration did backfired, but backfired in a good way. See, that Wuhan lab, we gave it to them because, China was trying to say, oh, we don't have any medical testing for any kind of, viral diseases, when in actuality that place was used to create biochemical weapons, and that's essentially what happened here. They accidentally released a biochemical weapon, or maybe on purpose, I don't know. There was an election, honk honk. But seriously, though, China turned into something the Obama administration didn't expect to happen. And, well, here we are. They're releasing, either by accident or on purpose, weapons on the Earth here. The emails also told Fauci that they were very concerned about how China's numbers didn't make sense compared to the rest of the world's. And of course, Dr. Fauci didn't even reply to that email. Of course, why would he? Big tech censoring post about the Wuhan lab leak. The media was calling people who talked about the Wuhan lab leak conspiracy theorists. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Last year, it was called a conspiracy theorist for even suggesting that. Like, and now here we are a year later, and it's.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
And now they're calling me anti-vaxxer for saying that I have reservations about taking a vaccine that's not even a vaccine, it's a gene therapy fucking thing that the FDA hasn't even gotten approved. Their stories already today saying the FDA is trying to get that shit still approved. But still, it's not a traditional vaccine. It's a fucking gene therapy used for cancer. Now, it's promising for cancer, but I don't know if it's gonna fucking work for a virus. But whatever. Whatever you gotta tell the sheep to get them to line up. I find it really odd that they're giving away all kinds of like money and prizes and all kinds of stupid shit from states like it's the fucking lottery to try and get people to get a vaccine. It's fucking nonsense. Why are they trying so hard to get you to take a vaccine? It's very odd to me. Even one-eyed freak neocons like Dan Crenshaw are starting to get it. Fauci lost my trust long before this. Yeah, you know what? Me too. Okay, I'll agree with you on that one. I didn't trust that guy a long time ago. Okay, Fauci was in charge in the early '90s during the AIDS crisis, and he was pushing misinformation and lies about that shit back then too. Caused a lot of deaths and a lot of superstitions from the gay community back then. All right, I also got this one last story here from this local news deal. They're woke as fuck too, but I did find interesting down here. The entire time last year, CNN, CNBC, and MSNBC, I kept hearing them say that Dr. Fauci has been muzzled in his information. The reason that things kept changing about masks and certain things was because the Trump administration was muzzling him, and he couldn't say the things that he was could say. In his emails, he said, "I've never been muzzled." Fauci and Trump disagreed on how to approach the pandemic, what the correct message was for the American people, and how to balance reopening with preventing further contagion. Through it all, Trump said he respected Fauci but disagreed with the approach. But their relationship's low point, Trump suggested he was considered firing him. An attack from Trump allies, which, yeah, you know what? That was Trump's mistake. Trump's biggest mistakes as president, was not firing all these fucking people. Not firing all these people. That was Trump's mistake. He didn't clean house like he should have. He said he was going to drain the swamp, and he drained it a little bit. He got rid of all the guys on top, but we still see those people on the bottom. The pool's a little more shallow, right? But I still see those snakes and those creatures down there. The job is only partially done, and now Biden's trying as hard as he can to put more water in that swamp. But when shit like this comes out, more water comes out. Okay, Fauci's been exposed. That creature, that the water is more shallow. Okay, that's the beauty of this, right? Trump may be gone, okay, but the swamp continues to shallow and shallow and shallow. It's fucking great. So have faith, friends. Don't be all doom and gloom. Yes, gas prices are up. All kinds of crazy shit's going on. It's a repeat of the Obama era, avenged sevenfold. All right, but made it through that. It'll be fine. Okay, shit like this actually makes me happy because Dr. Fauci's been exposed. His credibility is completely gone. Joe Biden's gonna have to fire him. Okay, because no one's gonna believe this motherfucker ever again. Okay, I've seen that he's gotten books canceled, for God's sake. Like books that he had that were coming out this year are being canceled. You love to see it, don't you? Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. If you like what you see, like what you hear, go ahead and like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm also on social media, guys. I'm on Twitter, Gab, Minds. Hit me up there. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.